CompTIA Plus Core 1 of exam, which is 220-1201. And these are questions for the latest exam, which was released in 2025. And if you are interested in more questions, you can visit my Udemy course. And there I have also 6 practice tests or practice exams, which total have 730 questions. 4 practice exams, which each has 90 questions, and then 1 practice exam or practice test has 200 questions and 1 has 170 questions. And these are also for the latest exam, which is CompTIA Plus Core 1 220-1201. And first question is: a desktop PC fails to power on after a storm, but the outlet works. What's the first component to check? Motherboard BIOS, CPU cooler, RAM modules, power supply unit, or graphics card? And here the correct answer is power supply unit, as a storm may damage the power supply, so checking it ensures power delivery. And next question: a client needs scalable cloud storage for a remote team. Which cloud characteristic supports this? Multi-tenancy, elasticity, dedicated resources, high availability, or shared resources? And for your CompTIA Plus Core 1, especially for this one, which is 220-1201, you should also have a better knowledge about cloud. And here the correct answer is elasticity. Elasticity allows cloud storage to scale dynamically, and it is ideal for varying team needs. A desktop PC needs 4 TB SATA HDD for video storage. What must be verified before installation? So, if you would want to install 4 TB of hard disk drive, what must be verified before this type of installation? CPU core count, motherboard SATA port compatibility, power supply wattage, GPU memory capacity, or BIOS firmware version. And here the correct answer would be motherboard SATA port compatibility, as verifying SATA port compatibility ensures the hard disk drive connects and functions. A technician assigns a static IP to a printer for consistent access. Which protocol reserves the IP on the router? NAT, DNS, DHCP, VLAN, or QoS or quality of service? And here the correct answer would be DHCP reservation, as DHCP reservation assigns a specific IP to the printer's MAC address, ensuring consistency. An Android tablet fails to connect to a corporate Wi-Fi network. The SSID is visible and the password is correct. So this means that if we will check our Wi-Fi connections, we are able to see the provider or Wi-Fi name, which is SSID, and the password is correct. What's the most likely issue to check? Bluetooth interference, incorrect screen brightness, outdated Android version, faulty SIM card, or Wi-Fi band compatibility, 2.4 GHz with 6 GHz. And here the correct answer is we should check Wi-Fi band compatibility, as the tablet may not support the 6 GHz band, so checking compatibility ensures connection. A laptop's display flickers intermittently across applications and resolutions. What is the first troubleshooting step? Update the graphics driver, replace the laptop's battery, run a display diagnostic tool, check the display cable connection to the motherboard, or adjust the screen refresh rate. And here the correct answer would be check the display cable connection to the motherboard, as flickering often results from loose display cables addressed by checking the connection. So if we would check this connection, maybe That's all what is causing this trouble, and this is also the easiest solution. A technician sets up a VM or virtual machine to test an application requiring the direct hardware access. Which hypervisor type is best? And here you should also know the types of hypervisor, and there are two major types of hypervisors which you should know. So correct answers are type 1 hypervisor, type 2 hypervisor, cloud-based hypervisor, container-based virtualization, or hybrid hypervisor. And here let's read the question again, and here we are seeing as a technician sets up a virtual machine to test an application requiring a direct hardware access. We are talking about hypervisor which is capable of accessing hard metal or directly our computer. And in this scenario, the correct answer is type 1 hypervisor. As type 2 hypervisors, these are usually those which you can install on your operating system. As an example could be VirtualBox, which you are installing, for example, on your Windows environment. This means that is using type 2 hypervisor, where type 1 hypervisors are those which are installing or pretty much integrated directly on the hardware itself, as type 1 hypervisors run directly on hardware, offering better performance for direct access. A technician is installing a CPU into a AM5 socket motherboard. What ensures proper installation? Apply thermal paste to the socket, install the CPU fan before the CPU, set the CPU voltage in BIOS first, remove the motherboard from the case, or align the CPU's pin 1 marker with the socket's marker. And here the correct answer is align CPU's pin 1 marker with the socket's marker, as aligning the pin 1 marker prevents the damage and ensures correct orientation. As you know, if you have been holding in your hand like CPU or central processing unit, there are small kind of needles which need to fit directly into the socket. A small Office's Windows 11 PC cannot connect to the internet via Ethernet. The cable is plugged in and the router is operational. What's the first troubleshooting step? And here we are talking about small Office Windows 11 PC which cannot connect to the internet via Ethernet. And if we are talking about via Ethernet rather than via Wi-Fi, this means that through cables. So Ethernet is cables, where Wi-Fi is if we are using a Wi-Fi access. So Windows 11 PC or personal computer cannot connect to the internet via cables. The cable is plugged in and the router is operational. What's the first troubleshooting step? Check the Ethernet adapter status in the device manager. Replace the Ethernet cable. We would replace the cable altogether. Restart the router. We would restart the router. Run a ping test to the gateway. This means that we would open CMD or command prompt and we would run a ping test. We would ping our gateway address, which we can find by ipconfig, or update the router firmware, which would be the correct answer here. And the correct answer would be check the Ethernet adapter's status in the device manager, as checking the Ethernet adapter status verifies hardware recognition and driver functionality. A technician is configuring corporate issued iPhone 14 for a new employee under a BYOD or bring your own device policy requiring specific security settings. What's the first step to enforce these settings? Install a third-party antivirus app, configure mobile device management or MDM profiles, update the iOS to the latest version, enable Bluetooth pairing restrictions, or reset the device to factory settings. And here the correct answer would be configure mobile device management or MDM profiles, as MDM profiles enforces security settings like password requirements and app restrictions. And yes guys, this is it on this test, and like I mentioned, if you are interested to take 730 questions, you can go to my Udemy course where I have 6 different practice exams. And if you found this video useful, leave a like, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and see you in the next one.